Okay, turn around and do this.
Mike.
And Mike.
God, you were with Moses in the desert and spoke to a burning bush. You rode with the 3 wise men who witnessed Jesus' birth. You came to us in the light of your Son, Jesus, and in doing this, we deliver you.
Please come to us now, in our hearts and minds. Amen. Good morning again.
Morning.
You might have noticed something's a little different this week. I'm not Glenda. I think maybe that was obvious. And you'll forgive me for referring to my notes. I want to make sure we get this right. If you look in your bulletins, and yes, that is a multi-page liner notes for today's album. That we're not recording for a live record or anything, but we just want to keep things going. A couple announcements I'd like to draw your attention to, especially next week after church. We're going to have kind of a fundraising lunch for the youth for a mission trip. And so you can see all of us here today and come back and have great tacos and stuff next week and help support that. On the 12th, I believe it is, the Mother's Day program, and I forgot my program, so look in there for dates and times. And then the last one is Glenda is going to return, because 1 week of this is probably going to be enough for everybody. And we're going to start with a new sermon series on tough questions of faith. So please come back. Like I said, it's Youth Sunday. If you're visiting here today for the first time and it's not your cup of tea, please come back next week and see what a real service looks like. Because the youth have taken over everything. It's not just doing the music or reading the stuff, but they wrote it, they structured it, they built it, they did everything. And it's not our regular service. If you do like it, on the other hand, come back next week, and all of the things that you like about it will be in the regular service as well. Parents, grandparents, friends, neighbors, your kids are fantastic. They're amazing. They're youth, they are creative and talented and faithful, and I cannot thank you enough for bringing them up and supporting them and working with them and being a church family for them, because there's amazing that they can do this. Whatever. Okay, so I'm going to talk too long. Hopefully it's not going to be too long, but it will, because I'm really bad at time management. So what's going on here? This is, like I said, Youth Sunday. Way back in early April when we started planning this, March. Linda said, and I'm not sure I have the quote right, but she said, for Youth Sunday, don't just make it youth doing an adult service. Do something different. She said a lot of stuff after that, but I just ignored it. Surprise. Because, Brendan, if you would slip us to the next slide here, the United Methodist Church has a couple of slogans that I really, really like, and that the youth are really, really fond of. The first is open hearts, open minds, and open doors. And I got to say, this congregation has been fantastic about all of those, but I would like you to focus on the middle one for today. Keep your minds open, attain what there is to be taken. The other slogan that they have that's really good is Rethink Church. And while I was ignoring all the warnings and things Glenda was giving us, we were thinking about what Rethink Church actually means. And the UMC says, Rethink Church is, what if church was a verb? What if it was something that you do? And so what we did is, like any youth group would do, is we deconstructed the service and said, well, what happens on a normal Sunday morning? Well, it's broken down into worship, education, and community. And that's stones, coffee beans, and just random patterns of things, which have nothing to do with anything, but they were really nice on the field tool there. So what we did is we said, if we had all of these things, let's keep those in the service, because those are wonderful things in the service. But the kids were thinking, how do we do those in a youthful way? Well, the only way we could figure that out is to figure out, what does it mean to be youthful? What does youth actually mean? And the the first and most obvious answer is based on the calendar, how old you are. Okay, and one of the other things the kids said, Brennan, was risky behavior, irresponsibility, and sort of, yeah. So that's exciting. And also inexperience or being naive or all these things that we associate with youth. And my personal favorite, although not with my own kids, is a tendency to challenge authority. It's sort of a symbol of youth. So those are kind of the areas that say, well, if we're going to make this service youthful, we're going to incorporate those ideas into the service, this whole irresponsibility and risky behavior and all of those other things. And also youthful means YouTube, apparently, because everybody I know that's under 16 is always looking on YouTube for stuff. So Brennan, who's in the background of the AV stuff, came up with a video that he thought did a really good job of capturing those elements of what it means to be a youth. So Brennan, if you would fire that up now. And if you can't see, this is Korea's Got Talent. It's like the America's Got Talent, but more Korean.
어떤 데를 살았거든요. 지금도 이렇게 도착한 것도 너무 마음은 좀 되게 무겁고 좀 많이 그런데 남들처럼 그 나라 사람처럼 배우고 싶어서 우리는 우리가 가셨구나. 부를 때만큼 해도 좀 내가 다른
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 22살 최성공이랍니다.
풍기는 외모로 봐서는 지금 무슨 일을 하고 계신지 가늠을 할 수가 없어요.
그냥 막노동하고 있습니다.
새벽에 여기 지원서를 보니까 최성봉 씨 가족 사망에 아무도 기재가 되어 있지를 않나요?
제가 3살 때 공원에 있게 맡겨졌는데요. 5살 때 공원에서 구타를 맞아가지고 도망쳐 나왔어요.
그러고서는 그럼 어떻게 사셨습니까? 공원에서 나오셨으면?
5살 때부터 그냥 껌 같은 거 팔면서 바카스나 이런 거 팔면서 그냥 뭐 그렇게 생활을 했고요. 10년 정도.
누군가와 같이 생활을 했나요?
아니면 혼자.
혼자 5살 때부터.
네. 거의 한 10년 동안 그렇게 살았어요. 작은 곳도 계단이나 이렇게 화장실, 공동 화장실이나 이런 데서 10년 동안 거기서 이렇게 뭐 하고 살았죠.
공부는 하셨나요? 학교는 다니셨나요?
저 초등학교, 중학교 운전고시 맞고요. 학교는 고등학교를 처음 학교를 하면서 처음 가봤어요.
대단하시네요. 대단하십니다. 네. 오늘 노래를 보여주실 건가요?
네.
평소에 노래를 즐겨 부르셨나요?
그냥 즐겨 부른다기보다는 하루살이처럼 살았다가 처음으로 좋아했던 게 음악이어서 많이 부르지 못해도 되게 좋게 좋아해요. 네.
노래 들어볼게요.
Okay, so what is youth? That's certainly risky behavior. He's taking a risk to get up there. Let's review those points we did earlier, because it's not a good presentation PowerPoint without points that we go back over. So we said first youth was related to the calendar. I beg to differ. I don't know if you can tell, but this guy getting crazy air off his half pipe is 43 years old. Probably the most famous skater in the world. And he's not young, absolutely, it's Tony Hawk. He's not young by the standards of something that you'd walk down the street and say that person's young. But he's got youth. Hey, Brennan, risky? Well, you want to talk about risky. I don't know what else to say. And inexperience, I like to think of that as potential. If you haven't done it yet, you haven't given up on it yet. Language, for example, I haven't given up on that yet either. It's something that is available. And it's true in every one of these youth, and it's true in every one of you. You may not be yet who you are. You may not be yet who you're going to be. And it doesn't matter if you're 8 or 15 or recently turned 50 or any of those things. And back to that challenging authority. I know somebody that not just challenged it, but laughed at authority. Jesus. And he sort of showed us some cool stuff there. All right, so let's finish up with a couple more things, and then I'll get out of here and we can actually get to the youth. One of the things about youth is living in the moment. When we get older, tend to plan a lot about what's coming up and think a lot about what happened. But if you ask a 13-year-old what they're doing, they will tell you what they're doing right now. Not, I'm saving for my retirement, or not, I'm thinking about the time that they're saying, I'm trying to beat level 16 on whatever this Xbox thing is. And they'll try that for 4 hours. And so that's why the theme of today is here and now. We talk a lot about the things that God did in the past, and we talk a lot about the things that we're going to do when we see God in the future. But let's be youthful today, and let's talk about God right here, right now, in the people that are around you and in yourself today. Another symbol of youth is iPods. You know, if you've ever walked around a high school or college campus, everybody's got their earphones in. So instead of fighting it, we went with it. Today's theme is all about music. You notice the bulletin is the liner notes. The day is divided into tracks. We're going to follow those tracks. We're almost to the end of the first track. So if you want to hit next to go on to the next track, that would be fine. You may notice that the picture on the front is an 8-track, and it's on the CD case, and there's no CD in it. And that's sort of this idea of continuity. Again, I've given up on the language. Continuity between the 8-track was an older technology, the CDs are a recent technology, but we've moved on to, most people are doing MP3s or whatever else. But it's all the same music. There is continuation and continuity. Youth does not mean that everything young is good and everything old is bad. Rethinking church does not mean the church is broken and we have to fix it. It means let's today, in the here and now, celebrate things youthfully. One last thing. Youth means interaction. This is not a picture of my office, but it might as well be. Everybody comes in the morning, they sit in their office, and they do their thing, and they leave. It's not how young people tend to go. They tend to gather in groups and knots and talk and scream and yell at each other. And so today, you all are going to talk and scream and yell at each other, albeit maybe in a little bit nicer way. So at certain points, and you can see in the bulletin at different tracks, nearing the end of each track, we have a discussion time. And the lovely Rebecca is going to be leading discussion time. But I'm going to ask you now, and she's going to ask you then. This is participatory. The reason that the chairs are crooked today is so that you have to look at each other. The reason we are in worship today, youthfully, is to be with each other. And so we're going to look at each other, we're going to reach out to each other, and we're going to talk to each other, and we're going to talk to God. And if this is uncomfortable or discouraging, next week we'll be back to normal. But really, let's make this an interactive time, okay? Oh, and the one last thing that we tend to be as youth is undignified. Hit it. And this is where everybody stands and bees interactive. And get I was seen to be mad for my king. Nothing more is ignorant, is passion in my soul. I will dance, I will sing to be mad for my king. Nothing more is ignorant, is passion in my soul. I'll become even more dignified than this. Some would say it's foolishness, but I'll become even more dignified than this. I will dance, I will sing to be mad for my king. Nothing more is ignorant, is passion in my soul. I will dance, I will sing to be mad for my king. Nothing more is ignorant, is passion in my soul. I'll become even more dignified than this. Some would say it's foolishness, but I'll become even more dignified than this. Na 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 na, hey! 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 I will dance, I will sing to be mad for my king. Nothing more is ignorant, is passion in my soul. I will dance, I will sing to be mad for my king. Nothing more is ignorant, is passion in my soul. And I'll become even more dignified than this. Some would say it's foolishness, but I'll become even more dignified than this. Excellent start. Yes, youth, you've been to the rehearsal. You know we have another song. Is it track 3? I think is no, track 2. It's all about identity. So we're going to try to wrap God up in a little nutshell here. From the highest of heights to the depths of the sea, creation's revealing your majesty. From the colors of fall to the fragrance of spring, every creature unique in the song that it sings, all exclaiming, indescribable, uncontainable. You place the stars in the sky, and you know them by name. You are amazing, God. All powerful, untamable, awestruck, we fall to our knees as we humbly proclaim. You are amazing, God, who has told every lightning bolt where it should go, or seen heavenly storehouses laden with snow, who imagined the sun and gives source to its light, yet conceals it to bring us the coolness of night. None can fathom, indescribable, uncontainable. You place the stars in the sky, and you know them by name. You are amazing, God. All powerful, You place the stars in the sky, and you know them by name. You are amazing, God. Incomparable, unchangeable. You see the depths of my heart, and you love me the same. You are amazing, God.
Haley, turn it on.
Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that you may prove what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect.
Yeah!
Okay, now you guys actually have to talk to each other again. Okay. What does undignified mean to you? And you guys just yell out loud. Come on!
Not everybody all at once.
Out of
What
control.
does undignified mean?
What were we doing when we sang that song? The first song? Running around. We were running around, being what? Crazy.
Woo! Alright, do you think you can be undignified while at the same time being a good follower of God?
Yeah.
Show of hands.
Good. Almost forgot. And what is God like to all of you?
Everything.
I like that. Everything is back there. What else? Bob, what you got, man? What's God like?
He's the biggest. He's everything.
The biggest, everything? We would have accepted indescribable also.
Or uncontainable.
Or uncontainable.
Uncontainable.
Nice back there.
We thank you for the joys you've given us. We thank you for the joys that you've given us.
Normally we would do joys and concerns here right now, but we're gonna sort of collect it all into a generic joy and concern, and we're gonna get to Jake's prayer number 2. There we go. Yeah. Feel free to scream anytime like that.
We thank you for the joys that you've given us.
Given us in kindness and love.
We hope you help everyone with their concerns.
Help us in your mercy and grace.
Now look around and find someone you don't know well. Take a few moments and say silent prayer.
How are you? I don't know anybody. Pray for all of us. Don't look at us.
Okay, good.
Would you all join me now in the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as
those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Because you can never get enough scripture, this the next song is Psalm 40. Psalm 40. And you can stand it right. It would be the youthful thing to do. I waited patiently for the Lord. He inclined and heard my cry. He lifted me up out of the pit, out of the miry clay, and I will sing a new song. And I will sing a new song. So, if I'm following my notes correctly, we're in track 4 now, which is all about praise. And you rock, God.
Yay.
So, if I can get everybody to do that real quick. You rock, God.
You rock,
God.
Okay, like we mean it this time. You rock, God.
God.
Okay, so would you say that God is worthy of praise?
Yes.
I would too. I will give you all my worship. I will give you all my praise. You alone I long to worship. You alone are worthy of my praise. I will worship. miss me? Okay. I'm not saying just the youth can do hand motions, because I've seen everybody acting youthfully before. Thank you guys. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love seeing your face. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you made me say you came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Bring it up, let's do it again. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. You came from heaven to earth to show the way, from the earth to the cross, my debt to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high.
Our second scripture is Philippians 2:13. For God is at work in you, both to will and to work for his good pleasure. Me again. Okay. So I want you to look around you and find someone that you don't know that well and say, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Now find someone close to you that you did not come with and tell them somewhere that you saw God recently. Could be a flower or a weird cloud.
We'll wait.
Talk to each other.
Yesterday at the garage sale.
Oh, that's good. Yesterday at the garage sale.
Chasing this around today. Yeah.
Did anybody hear something they'd like to share with the rest of the class?
I'd like to go to Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that in Round Rock, but I'd rather go to Costa Rica.
Okay, you can tell me and I'll say it. That's okay. You can say it in your head.
So we're going to move on to track 5, which is Thank God It's Sunday. And that's not an exclamation, that's an instruction. Think about it for a minute. And so let's give thanks and offering back to God. rise. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because He's given Jesus Christ, His Son. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because He's given Jesus Christ, His Son. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich, because of what the Lord has done for us. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich, because of what the Lord has done for us. Give thanks.
Do we have an introduction?
What?
Can you give us an introduction?
So, you guys remember the whole here and now business? So, Alyssa and Heather are going to demonstrate some examples of here and now.
Oh, you also mentioned that the acting is supposed to be as bad as it is.
You know, part of being youthful is risky behavior.
Can
So-
you mention that we're risking our sanity by that acting, and they will be as well by watching it?
I think it will be well received, however it is given.
I hope they understand.
And so now, vignettes.
Oh dear, I gotta get to church. You know, I hate when I'm late to church. Oh golly, oh heavens. Oh God. Oh my goodness. Why do bad things always happen to me? Oh, I'm so alone. Oh, thank you for that kind helping hand. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, maybe I wasn't so alone.
Here and now.
Oh, gosh, I think, after that I'm gonna need a warm drink. Don't you hate that? Oh, yeah, that's really hot. Yeah, it's really hot. Oh, dearest! Oh, my! Goodness gracious! Oh, why do bad things happen to me? I'm so alone. Oh, would you help me clean this up? Thank you so much. Oh, dear. I guess I should do homework or something. Oh, gosh, what is this? I have never seen this before in my life. My teacher doesn't know what we're learning. Oh, this is in English. Oh, numbers make more sense. Oh gosh, no one can help me. There's nothing I can do.
Right.
Oh. Oh, thank you. Oh, I do understand. It's fun. Thanks for helping me with that. Oh yes, Mother, I've heard. Our second, third cousin, twice removed, is ill. I can't believe that this disease only happens to 1 in every 6 billion people. That's so rare. Oh my gosh, no one can get us through this time.
Hey, I'm right here.
Oh, would you help us, please? Thank you. Oh, I have never been alone. There has always been God with me. Where have you been?
Single chair.
It's dry eye in the house.
Now for the third scripture. It's Psalm 32:8. I will instruct you and teach you the way you should go. I will counsel you with my eye upon you. Just like what was that?
Yeah, there's good stuff in that book. Nope. See, we mixed it up. Even our mixed up thing we mixed up a little bit. So, this may sound like just we sing and everybody listen, but this isn't everybody sing. If you don't know it, just pretend you do and sing. And if you do know it, then sing.
This day.
Jesus, oh, he'll never let us go. Death has been defeated, Jesus Christ redeemed us, conquered hell and freed us, forever we are saved.